Welcome to the Splash Live. I'm your host, Maddie. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, early in the morning with your cup of coffee to get all the exclusive and newest Greater West Bloomfield news, events, and interviews that we're going to show you today. We're going to be here every morning on the weekdays, Monday through Friday from 9:30 until 10 a.m. on AT&T Channel 99 and Comcast Channel 15, and also on our website at civiccentertv.com. We're going to pull up our nomination form right now for our Person of the Week. If you have someone in mind, after you saw the Dylan Tatum feature yesterday, for the Person of the Week, you can go ahead and scan that QR code, fill out the short Google form, and fill out someone that you think is making a difference here in the Greater West Bloomfield community, whether they are an educator, a teacher, or a principal, someone in the school district that you think needs recognition here in the Splash Live, or if they're a student that is making a difference through their charity work, through their school work, or athletics. That can also be a business person or an organization or a local charity that you think deserves recognition and acknowledgement here on the Splash Live. So it's really easy. Scan the QR code and go ahead and fill out that Google form. It takes about 2 minutes to fill out, and you can nominate that person. We'll contact them and pick our favorite Person of the Week and show them here on the Splash Live. We're now going to head into our current events. We have a couple of things that are wrapping up this week here in the Greater West Bloomfield community. The first one is going to be an event this week. It is the Sylvan Lake Game Night. So this is something that happens every Wednesday when we don't have a Sylvan Lake meeting in their community center. So this is actually going to be happening tonight, as well as those other Wednesday nights where this community center is open and running. This is a fun thing that the residents of Sylvan Lake have gotten together. It began by them beginning to play mahjong, and it kind of grew into a fun little game night for the neighbors to get together, have a fun time in the community center, the beautiful community center that they can go and play euchre or bridge. So if you have a game that you want to play, bring some family and friends. It is open to Sylvan Lake residents, but if you are a Sylvan Lake resident and want to bring your family and friends that do not live in Sylvan Lake, that is more than welcome, and you can go there. Our second event is going to be this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Loliella, the jewelry brand from Greater West Bloomfield, is coming to Sage Green Floral Shop. So they have a little pop-up shop that they're doing inside Sage Green on Friday and Saturday. Friday, it's going to be from 11 to 5, and Saturday from 9 to 1. So some good times. If you can't make it to work, after work, on Friday, you can head over there Saturday morning and check out the beautiful jewelry that is made right here in they were in Keego Harbor and now have gone exclusively online. So if you want to go visit them, they will be at the floral shop Sage Green in Keego Harbor this weekend. They have beautiful pieces that are handmade. So if you want to support your local businesses this holiday season, if you haven't gotten your gifts yet, that will be a great event to go check out. And our next ongoing event that is actually wrapping up this weekend is the Toys for Tots Drive. So this is with the West Bloomfield Fire Department in combination with the Marine Corps. They are doing the Toys for Tots Drive, and they are wrapping up this Saturday, December 18th. They're stopping donations by then. If you haven't done your holiday shopping yet and you still want to donate, go ahead and go grab a toy, whether that's for an infant, a toddler, a teenager, or a young child. It is so important to give back this holiday season and to make sure that our community is getting the proper need and assistance this holiday season. So they're accepting donations, and then if you've already done your holiday shopping and don't want to go back out, you can also give a monetary donation. They're accepting checks made out to the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation, so you can drop those toys off any regular business hours at the fire stations here in West Bloomfield, as well as the West Bloomfield Town Hall. So that's a great way to give back this holiday season. And our last ongoing event is the Farber Center Soul Studios Holiday Market. So another local business that you can go support this holiday season if you want to go get your last minute gifts as we are nearing Christmas. They have some beautiful items that are made in-house by their local artists. So these are anywhere from jewelry to mugs to little art pieces that you can go and purchase. They're all made in-house at Soul Studio off of Drake Road. And it's very important to support local. this holiday season, and they have some beautiful things that you can go and purchase. We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we're going to check out the West Bloomfield Football Awards ceremony for this year. They gave out some awards to some of their more prominent players. So after the break, we're going to check it out.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live. I'm your host, Maddie Muschin. We're now going to take a look at the West Bloomfield 2021 Football Awards ceremony that they had this past weekend. They nominated a lot of important players on their team, whether they are on the defense or the offense. It made a huge difference on their season. They went 10-2 for the season, a great way to end the season. So let's go see who they nominated for those awards this year. After finishing their season with a 10-2 record, the West Bloomfield varsity football team recognized their stellar athletes at their annual awards ceremony.
Overall, we had a successful season. We went 10-2. You know, our goal was to win the state championship. But we knew going in we had a very young team. We had to replace 17 starters. So we knew we had a very young team, and I commend my coaching staff for that development, because every week these guys got better and better and better. So thank you guys, appreciate you guys, I love you guys, thank you for the support, and we're going to continue to make this thing rock next year as well.
The young team this year made a name for themselves because of the natural talent of their athletes, as well as the dedication of the coaching staff who presented each award.
Now, the guy that I'm going to give this award to, all right, did some spectacular things. All right, I've known him since he was like a little kid. He's able to coach me in basketball in middle school. He was a very good player for us last year. All right, had a game-changing play, 2 game-changing plays in the fourth quarter against Belleville, which got us to the state championship game. One-handed catches, I have a hard time believing are possible. All right, had one against nobody in the rain. All right, so this kid, Samaj Morgan, he's 5th in all-time receiving yards as of now. By game 5 next year, whatever it is.
Mike had 2 ACL issues in the same year. So for him to come back this season and become Defensive Player of the Year, not just in West Bloomfield, but here in the state of Michigan, that is a tremendous feat. So Mr. Williams, I want to apologize to you, because I didn't hear what you were saying, but I heard you thereafter, and it has allowed me to become a better coach. So the 2021 Defensive Player of the Year, Mike Williams.
The recipient in particular, I guess the best word to put is just a dominant football player and just an outstanding overall person. He kind of dominates everything he does. He dominates in the classroom, dominates relationships, he's a leader in the school, works his butt off, high character, and I'm sure more than half of these highlights you can find him 10, 15 yards downfield, putting somebody 250 yards against the will. And I could sit here and talk for 2 or 3 more minutes, but it's not going to do enough justice. Amir Herring, offensive lineman of the year.
Dylan is one of our guys, and you know what? He's in this group. You know, me and him butted heads.
Congratulations to those players who received an award, as well as the entire West Bloomfield varsity football team for their amazing season this year. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Maddie Muschin.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Maddie Muschin. We're going to head into a short break now, but when we return, as we do every Wednesday, we're going to be joined by Steve Kaplan. He is the West Bloomfield Township Supervisor, making sure that all of the events and the board is working well here in West Bloomfield. So right after this short break, we're going to talk to Steve Kaplan.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Teens a day die from texting and driving. Don't text and drive.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live. I'm your host, Maddie Muschin. We are so excited that every Wednesday we get to talk to the West Bloomfield Township Supervisor, Steve Kaplan, and he's with us here right now. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve.
Good morning, Maddie.
How are you today?
Doing well, thank you.
So first, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in West Bloomfield, maybe some updates from a couple of the meetings that we've had since we last talked.
Sure, several items. Number one, the emergency access road to the east of our complex probably will be open in January, and that would give comfort to our residents and to our town hall employees in the event we had an emergency on campus here. Currently, we only have one ingress and one egress area off of Walnut Lake Road. Secondly, not an exciting matter to report, but this week is the last week for compost or yard waste to be picked up. In fact, tomorrow will be the last day. But I think we go beyond most cities and townships because we allow compost pickup all the way through the 16th of December, resuming in March. Next, boardroom reconfiguration. You know that the legislature has not provided cities and townships and villages with opportunity to hold Zoom or virtual meetings beginning January 1. So January 1, all of us will be back live. It's nice to have live meetings, but also there are health considerations because even though our boardroom is fairly sizable, we can't provide access to more than 25 people if we maintain social distancing.
And then Steve, as we head into the holiday season, I know that you guys have adopted a family. Are there any updates that you want to give us about maybe some of the items that you have gotten that family headed into Christmas?
Yes, thanks, Maddie. So Town Hall has adopted a family, which we do every year, and among other gifts that have been bestowed upon this family by Town Hall staff would be gift cards, toys, clothing, jackets, shoes. So not everybody's participating, of course, but we have sizable involvement by our staff, and we are eager to meet the family and to provide the largesse to them.
And then when are you guys giving those donations to that family?
It will be the 2 days before Christmas, December 23rd.
And then Steve, as we head into the new year, obviously people are starting to make New Year's resolutions. I don't know if you have any resolutions personally or if the board or town hall, if you guys have any resolutions or goals going into 2022, but if you do, I would love for you if you could share those with us.
Well, thank you. As you know, COVID is paramount. It supersedes nearly anything else we could even consider. So our goal, our wish, our resolution from Town Hall is for everybody to be safe, healthy, and avoid the scourge, the coronavirus.
Well, those are great little resolutions for you guys. And then are there any other updates that you wanted to give us as we head into 2022? We'll be talking next week before we head into the holiday season, but at this time, if you wanted to share any of those updates with us.
Sure. Well, Toys for Tots, you've discussed this and you've promoted it for us. Toys for Tots is available for any resident or business person or visitor who wants to provide toys for youngsters whose families might be suffering financially. And all the fire stations have availability for you to drop off your toys. And also we have that at Town Hall.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us again this Wednesday, Steve.
Thanks, Maddie. Have a good week.
You too. Once again, I was joined by Steve Kaplan. He's a West Bloomfield Township Supervisor, making sure that everything in Town Hall is going smoothly and obviously giving back to the community. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, we're going to get all those holiday tips and tricks for your portrait from Frameable Faces.
With the end of the year fast approaching, many families may be considering getting a holiday card. We talked with Doug and Ally Cohen of Frameable Faces in Orchard Mall about what you should expect when you're making your own holiday card.
So I'm Doug Cohen.
And I'm Ally Cohen.
Together we're Frameable Faces. And we've been in the studio for how long, Ally?
We've been in this space. We're just starting our 14th year. We just wrapped up 13 years last month, so we're starting our 14th year here at our studio in the Orchard Mall.
And we're a photography studio, so Ally's the photographer. She actually is the one that takes the pictures. I help her on photo shoots with lighting and with meeting with clients, and I also have a digital marketing business that I run out of Frameable Faces here called M10 Social. So, and that's how really I got into that, was by doing all of the sales and the marketing for our studio. Ally kind of rescued me from corporate misery back in the day, and we started this together. She actually was already building this business on her own out of the house.
So I think that right now we are mostly known for our high school seniors. Those are like, I love high school seniors, I think we both do. But as a result of those, people are coming back to us for family portraits now, especially for the holidays.
And we've always done family portraits and babies and some commercial work, professional headshots, products, all of that stuff. But definitely the portrait work is really our strongest niche and really what our core business is. And right now around the holidays, we're doing more family portraits. Obviously, I think the pandemic has, limited people from being together as much as they might have in the past. And so I think in some cases it's the holiday season that people target to try to make sure everyone is together. And in some cases it might be the first time they've all been together for a while, so it's important for them to get family portraits done while everyone's here, so everyone can be in the picture. I would say for anybody that's looking to hire a professional, which you should, make sure that you're meeting with that professional photographer ahead of time to plan out your session. That's something we do with all of our clients, is meet with them ahead of time to figure out who's going to be in the photos, what color backdrops we might be using. You want to make sure you have some kind of strategy.
Clothing is also a big thing, so you don't have to match, but everybody should coordinate. So either in the same color family, jewel tones or different shades of blues, greens, whatever. So you don't have to match, but as long as everybody looks like they are together as a family unit, that's where you'll yield the best results. Now, since people are able to get together more, and it could be the first time that people are able to get back together with their family. So yes, we are seeing more people wanting to come back and update their family photos. And the holidays are the best time to do it. Yeah, everybody's happy.
And to send out those cards.
Yeah.
People do like to do that. So.
Thank you to Doug and Ally from Frameable Faces in Orchard Mall for those helpful holiday card tips. Now you know what to expect when getting your holiday card. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Calvin Brown.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. I'm your host, Maddie Muschin. Some great advice there from Doug and Ally Cohen of Frameable Faces. We're now going to talk to Cindy Carson. She is an information and technology specialist at Dotery Elementary School here in Greater West Bloomfield, making an impact with our youth through the Lego League. She's one of the coaches for the Lego League. So Cindy, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me here. This is an exciting opportunity. Thanks.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So let's first talk about the Lego League. What is it and how do these kids get involved with it?
All right, thank you. So our first Lego League program actually begins with our kindergarten students. And so our program in West Bloomfield ranges from kindergarten all the way up through high school. So first, robotics is something that Lego has just taken on, and the kids are faced with a real world problem or a challenge that they take on. And with our first through third grade students, they usually meet for about 8 to 10 weeks, once a week, and they use Legos to take on this challenge and then build a prototype or a representation of their solution to the problem. So this year, as you can see in the logo here, the theme is Cargo Connect. And so with all the issues going on with shipping and handling of materials across the world, FIRST has presented this challenge to the children to say, hey, what can you do and what can you think of to be innovative and creative to make the connection with our cargo a better situation? So our students have learned about all of the issues with all the cargo sitting out in the ocean, about the lack of truck drivers, the lack of workers just around the world. And they're coming up with some innovative solutions and using their creativity to think outside the box and then create things out of Legos. Now with my team right now, the third through fifth grade team actually is, they have created a solution. We've partnered up with Meyer, and they created a solution for the workers who are unloading the truck at the store. So with their minimal amount of workers, it's taking them a long time to unload their trucks. And so the kids came up with a robot design to actually use sensors and kind of get the things off the truck, scan the boxes, and figure out which department they go to and kind of get them out into the store. So who knows if it'll ever come to life, but this is our future. You know, robotics is a big piece of our world. And it's really great to get the kids involved.
Yeah, and it sounds so cool too to have something so hands-on and real world at such a young age, third and fifth graders, to be partnering with Meyer and creating solutions for them. And then Cindy, how did you get into this position here and maybe your passion for robotics?
So my kids went to Gretschko and Scotch, and so my oldest son is 13 now, and when he was in kindergarten, Amy Quinn, who is now science and math coordinator for our district, she was teaching kindergarten at Gretschko and heard about First Lego League and got it started at Gretschko. So as a parent and teacher, I jumped on board and became a coach. And we have teams of 6 kids. And I think at that time we had 5 or 6 teams that first year. And theirs is non-competitive. So they're doing this extravaganza where they show off what they've done. They create a display board, and then they have their Lego model, and they're working on all of these soft skills too, where they're presenting and they're collaborating with each other and just learning how to work together as a team. And so I just thought it was amazing. My son loved it. So what kid doesn't love Legos, right? They all hear, oh, Lego, this is so cool. I want to be a part of it. And it's just grown exponentially from that year. I want to say that was about 7 years ago. And, you know, before COVID, I think our biggest year for Lego League Explore, we had about 25 teams across the district of our kindergarten through third graders, and it was just amazing. We always have a big event in March, so watch for that. It'll be at the high school this year on March 19th for our little ones. And it's a great opportunity to connect with our middle school kids and our high school kids as well. They come out and volunteer and help and are good role models for the little ones. They bring out their robot. At the high school level, Buddy Millart is the coach there, and he has a huge team of high school kids for first robotics challenge, and they're getting ready to launch their season, which is super exciting. Our middle school kids for FTC, they just went to their qualifying event and did really well. They won second place for their robot design. And then the team I'm working with right now, Deca Dragons, we're going to the state championship this weekend. So we're super excited about that.
Well, very exciting. Congratulations to your team. What do these types of tournaments and events look like? I know it's kind of gearing up this winter, but can you tell us maybe a little bit about the preparation and then what the event kind of looks like once you get there?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sporting event, really. So typically our event takes place in a high school gymnasium. They will have part of the gym roped off as a pit area where the kids will set up their display. And we usually have poster boards, and it shows the whole journey of the team. So from start to finish, building our, well, there's two parts to this first LEGO League challenge. One part is called the robot game, where the kids design a robot out of an EV3, it's called Lego Robot, and they have a mission mat that is different each year. It's a different challenge. And so the missions on the mat are made out of Lego, and the kids launch the robot. It's autonomous, so they have to design and program all of this ahead of time. So that takes a lot of preparation. We've been working on this for about 3 months. We started in September, and now we're just wrapping everything up. But they have 2.5 minutes to run their robot. Basically, they're lining it up and pushing a button, and off it goes. And they earn points based on the different missions that they complete. And so the mission mats are set up on one side of the gym, and they'll have the bleachers pulled out, and it's just filled with parents and spectators. And we're excited to be back in person this year. Everything was virtual last year, and it just wasn't the same type of experience for the kids. So they get the opportunity to feel like a team. They are going out there together and cheering for their team. You know, we have costumes, we have dragon wings, and all kinds of cheering signs and really fun stuff that just gets everybody hyped up and excited about the robot. And on top of that, they have a judging session. So the kids will take their project, and they have a half hour with two judges who could be teachers, they could be engineers or other types of professionals that are involved with robotics or the engineering profession, and they ask the kids questions. And so they have that opportunity to practice their public speaking and show how they've worked together as a team. So,
very exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Cindy. And good luck this weekend with the kids. I'm sure they're going to do great.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it.
Once again, I was joined by Cindy Carson. She is an information and technology specialist here in the West Bloomfield School District, and also one of the coaches for the LEGO League here in West Bloomfield. Very exciting, and good luck to them this weekend. That's going to be it for today's show on Splash Live. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you didn't catch any of these stories or interviews that we have, you can always catch them online at civiccentertv.com. On demand in our page there under the Splash Live featured stories and interviews. And we'll be here Monday through Friday every day from 9:30 until 10 a.m. on AT&T Channel 99 and Comcast Channel 15. For all of our friends in Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, thank you for watching the Splash Live. I'm your host, Maddie Muschin.